Welcome, guys. My name is Matthew. I run a multi six figure carpet cleaning business, soon to be seven figures here in Los Angeles, and I want to show you guys how to do the exact same. So, if you've ever thought about owning your own business or doing carpet cleaning, this is one of the simplest and easiest ways to make a lot of money very easily and very quickly. So, what I've done is I've created Carpet Cleaning Mastery to be a tool and a resource that you guys can use to go to learn about carpet cleaning, how to do the actual service, but even more than that, to learn how to generate consistent jobs that'll keep you paid and keep food on the table and help you grow and buy back your time freedom. So that's ultimately the goal. I will link this in the bio, but if you're here just for the video, I'm so happy that you're here. Enjoy it, but this will be in the link, or this will be linked below. So you guys are welcome to join. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Um, Now, without further ado, I want to get right into it. So, tools and products you need to get started in carpet cleaning today. So, I am completely focused on being as efficient and simple as possible. And the reason why is because I want to do things that are scalable. So, starting with the extractor, I only buy one type of machine, and I gave you guys three different options between the Sandia, the TMI Rhino, and the Galaxy 3000 or 2000, I should say. And basically, the idea is that you only want to use one cord. All these machines are one cord. They don't have a heater because you don't need one. If you're using the right chemicals, then you should be good. Now, dual two stage, two vacuums is all you need, and a 200 psi pump. You're good to go. Just trust me. If you guys care to understand a little bit further why, you guys can ask me in the comment section below. But just buy that machine. Don't buy a three stage with two cords. Just do me a favor. Don't do that. Alrighty, and these are just a few links to the basic things that you need, like hoses and wands. So all you really need is one carpet wand and one upholstery wand. Don't overcomplicate it. Obviously, you need a set of hoses for either of those, but the wands aren't interchangeable. I would suggest just getting this wand specifically. This one is just the most durable, most versatile. It'll last you forever. It's only 80 bucks. The other one is a low moisture wand, which basically it's so expensive, but it's only for certain type of cleanings, and it's nice to have, but it's just not necessary. It's also like 600 bucks. So the only other wand that might be nice to have as well is a stair wand, which might save your back a little bit and be worth considering down the line. Miscellaneous tools you need: 100% 5-gallon bucket, a 2-gallon pump up sprayer. I love the DeWalt and Husqvarna ones. The Husqvarna has my bias because I like the fact that it's clear and see through, and it makes it a lot easier to see how much product you have in there. You need a couple of hand sprayers for different solutions that you'll be using. You need a drop cloth. At least I like to have one because I want to keep the space that I'm cleaning nice and clean. And then I'll have some microfiber towels as well. And I buy a big roll from Home Depot, and it's like 10 bucks, and it's like a paper towel. So you just use it and throw it away. So you should always be using clean stuff. Alrighty, now a tool that I think you could use to make a ton of money, and that is really nice to have. I put it in the nice to have, but in all honesty, they're almost a necessity if you want to make the most of this business, and I would suggest investing in one. The only thing is, and maybe why I added it to the nice to have, is because they're a little bit pricey. Now, the CRB is the most pricey. CRB is really lightweight, especially the 12-inch one that I added here. And what it is this machine is it's just a scrubber that it has two counter rotating brushes. So these two brushes will go in opposite directions and basically groom the carpet and bring up deeply embedded soil. It'll also work the pre-spray in. So you use this after you pre-spray, and it does a fantastic job of helping melt away all the stains and soiling. So if you don't want to buy that one for 1,800 bucks, there's a couple other options. I almost want to take the Oric Orbiter off of this list just because the price point doesn't even make sense. Because it's so like light duty, it goes out on me all the time. Like the motors just are so weak. So I bought in several of them, but to be honest, the floor buffer is probably the best bang for your buck. So these bad boys are like 700 bucks, and you could use them for everything. Carpet scrubbing, you could use them for hard floors, yeah, like hardwood floors, or VCT tile stripping. And they're just super versatile, like you could also put your pre-spray in here. I personally don't like to have these things. These what are they called? These buckets, or what do they call them? Solution tanks, because they're just so bulky. I don't want that. but super easy to use once you finally get it. And it's so funny watching somebody use it for the first time. But these are a great way to agitate the carpet after you pre-spray and help the steam clean method come out amazing. Now, chemicals and solutions, I always keep it super simple with these. Less is more for me. So, like a lot of these dilutions, I use less than they recommend. But the two that you're going to want to throw in the machine for the clean solution tank, I should say, is your Formula 90, which is a detergent rinse. It means it's a little bit soapier, it's got a little bit more cleaning power. And then your all fiber textile rinse is for like delicate fabrics like wool or linens and stuff like that. It doesn't have a ton of cleaning power. It's more so to rinse out just dirt, soil, and debris, and also your pre-treatment. So super safe. It's an acid rinse, and it'll leave everything super soft without any residue. So that's the nice part about it. ProChem Ultra Pack Extreme is my go-to these days. Citrazolve is what we use for years, and you could literally use these products interchangeably. I think Citrazolve is a little bit cheaper, but ProChem Ultra Pack Extreme to me is just a little bit more quality of a product. And one thing I do is I always play with the dilutions on these. So like if I'm doing upholstery, I might like use a little bit weaker of a dilution just because you don't need a lot to clean upholstery. Another cool part about this, excuse me, is you can use it for tile and grout. All you do is use, instead of just 1 scoop per gallon, you're going to use 2 scoops per gallon. And so that's going to give you a stronger concentration and just make it a little bit more powerful for cleaning the tile and grout if you guys want to get into that, which there's a lot of money to be made there. Okie dokie, pet treatments. Super simple, super easy, guys. You pre-treat with Unchained. Unchained by TMF is like it's probably like the standard in the cleaning industry. And that's exactly what it is urine stain and odor removal. It works on feces and any bodily fluids. It's not necessarily cheap in my opinion. $42 per gallon is insane, especially the fact that it's ready to use, meaning you don't have to dilute it. Some people dilute it 50-50. I sometimes do that too, but basically you're going to pre-treat with this first, all the spots that you can find, and then really generally over the main areas. And then you're going to pre-treat with your general pre-treatment, and then you're going to steam clean extract. Now, what separates us, and not everybody does, is that we use an enzyme after every pet accident job. And the reason why that's so important is because this enzyme, literally on the back of the bottle, what it is it's a live bacteria that digest waste that causes odors. And the reason that's important is because when you spray it on after, what it's going to do is over time, it's going to go deeper. It's going to combine with the moisture from the cleaning to go deeper into the carpet fiber, getting into the areas that maybe the extractor doesn't quite get to, or the original pre-treatment Unchained didn't get to, and it's going to digest that waste that causes odor. So it's just a fantastic way to do a little bit more and ensure a positive result. So one thing we never do is we never promise 100% perfection. We always promise 100% effort. And aside from that, guys, especially with urine, because it's a liquid, it can seep into the padding. We're just carpet cleaner, guys. All we can do is try to recreate the accident with products that counteract what the dog did, or what the cat did, or what the human did. So don't ever make somebody else's problem your problem. Just be professional. Let them know, hey, we can't promise 100% perfection. We're going to do everything we can. This is our process. We have great results, but it's also my job to let you know there is a possibility that we can't get to the area because we don't have access to it. Liquid could seep into the backing. We don't have access to that. Boom. Very simple, guys. Get that through your head. All right, spotters and stain removal. We only use 3. Super simple. We try to keep everything super simple and clean because we want it to be repeatable. Yeah. Okay, Rave Spotter. Rave Spotter is a super cool little tool because what you do is you basically keep it on your hip as you're cleaning, and let's say a spot doesn't come out immediately, even though you pre-treated it. You could spray it again. This stuff is pretty strong, and you just blast it out right away. So you scrub it in with your foot, then you keep it going. You keep it moving, and so are we. Now, Proxy Spray and Walk Away. This stuff has won me over because it has gotten rid of so many different stains that I was not expecting it to get rid of. Now, it's basically for anything organic. It's got rid of wine for me. It's got rid of like browning on like a viscose rug. It's pretty amazing stuff. Now, it is a peroxide, so if you spray it too much or use too much of it, it could brighten the whole area. Similar to like teeth whitening, which uses peroxide as its main ingredient. It's going to be a brightener, so it'll brighten things up. Browning treatment is basically the same thing, except it uses acid and a reducer to remove like the staining. So Same idea, just a different way, different method of stain removal. Now, specialties like ink removal, red dye removal, and like slime and stuff like that, we always just try to set proper expectations. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to get into all that, that's fantastic. But there are so many factors that go into whether it'll come out or not. What might be really, really beneficial is learning how to do repair. learning how to do repair. Learning how to do repair will probably make you a lot more money and make you look more like a hero than trying to remove ink and red dye from somebody who scrubbed the heck out of the carpet before you and probably set the stain in anyway. So they damaged it and set the stain in. So you're starting off not with a clean slate. You're starting off with somebody else's problem. So don't make their problem your problem. That's part of being a professional, guys. So always learn how to communicate. That is going to be the most important thing in any business, especially this business, because people are expecting the world a lot of times. It's your job to just let them know, hey, you have an issue. I'm here to help. I can't promise perfection. I'll always do everything I can. Easy as that. Miscellaneous product, guys. Defoamer is going to go into the waste tank. Make sure that no moisture gets into the motors and makes a mess all over the job. Scotchgard and solvent sealer. So this product is a fantastic way to make extra money. All it is just a solution that you're going to put into a spray bottle. You mist it onto the carpet or you mist it onto the upholstery, and a little goes a long way, guys. You get a carpet rake and you rake it in when you're done. It works fantastic. Or you use a horsehair brush on the upholstery to brush it in, and it works amazing, guys. Last thing is deodorizer. Technically, this should probably be in rinses, but it's also not necessary, so not every client wants it. Most clients do appreciate it, though, and I always love leaving a fresh smell in every single job that I do. It's also super concentrated. I use 2 ounces per 5-gallon bucket, so this stuff will make the place smell fantastic when your client comes and checks on the job. Alrighty, one thing I will say is your job should be to find supply stores and janitorial stores near you that supply all these products. That's always the goal, right? Be able to pick it up on a whim, hopefully save some money on shipping, find products, play with products that you want to get familiar with, and that's a great way to do it. Now, check this out. This is insane that you can make as much money as you can with this business. Easily 6 figures within your first year if you're doing it right. Easily 6 figures. You could be doing multi 6 figures like we are if you connect with us and let us help you implement the systems that we have implemented to get jobs on a consistent basis and ultimately buy back your time freedom. So check this out. An extractor will run you about $2,200. Wands, hoses, everything about $600. Miscellaneous tools, $700. So you're literally all in less than $3,000 for your main equipment. Now, all you really need is your chemicals, technically, which is $420. So, wow, $3,500, less than $3,500, you're all in. And if you want to add a floor scrubber or a CRB, then boom, you're in between $4,200 and $5,000. Like, it is pretty incredible how cheap this business is. So, now that's only for the tools to get started. That doesn't mean you're automatically going to get jobs. But once again, that's why I have created a school where you guys can become masters. And my goal, like I said, my thing is all about efficiency. I want you guys to succeed because if you succeed, then I succeed. That means I'm doing something right, and that's always the goal. So if you guys are interested, I will link this in the bio. If you have questions, please comment. Also leave a like and subscribe so that you guys can stay up to date and catch my next video. All right, guys. Cheers.